This is an information video on how to fix the water line. This is entitled The Bear versus the Water Line. This video is actually in 3 parts. The first part is checking to see if the water line is working, if everything is okay or not. The second part is a simple fix if the water line has been damaged very close to the water tank. The third part of the video is if the bear has torn the water line closer to the spring. And in that case, there's a requirement of approximately a 1-mile hike into the woods to repair the water line. The first part is to check to see, is the water line okay? From the house, you will actually go up the hill. So go around the stairs behind where the cars are parked and cross the bridge. Be very careful as you're crossing the bridge, as it is possible to fall in. But once you cross the bridge, you will start up the hill towards the water tank. Be very careful that this is in the woods and there are ticks that sometimes you can get, so make sure you check your clothing when you come in that you don't have ticks. But continue up the hill. It's approximately 1/10 of a mile to check the water tank to see is it running. This is where Jameis is standing. This is where we might have to go down to check if in case there's a part that's not working. But we will continue up the hill first to check if the water is working or not. Here's the tank, and as you can see the bottom part, this actually looks very dry. So this means that probably the water line is broken. Okay, so we're looking at the water, and if you listen, you can hear it just a little bit. And you can see that there's water leaking out. And you can see it here. And that means that there's water that's filling up the bottom part of this tank. And the next part of the video is required if we notice that there's not water coming into the tank. So we look at the bottom part of the water tank and we see that it's dry and there's no water going. You turn around and you walk approximately 20 feet to this tree, and you can cut down this path and go to where Jameis is. We have added pink tags on the trees so you can see. Be careful. You saw I almost fell. It is tricky, but you should be able to follow the pink tags to the trail. So you can go to see where Jameis is under the fallen trees. This is the first place you should check. So this is a pathway that you can take. Here's a second pathway that you can take across on the iron beams. This is the first place you should check to see if the water is broken. It's down close to the water tank and marked by a pink ribbon. But if you can hear the water inside of the pipe. That's a good sound, and it means that water is flowing into the tank. So let's review what we've seen. Locate the broken tube of the water line. Cut the damaged part of the water line. Add 2 clamps to the ends of the black tube. Place a piece of white tube inside the black water lines, and then tighten the clamps on the black tube. Okay, so when you find where there's teeth marks, you can repair it. So Jameis is cutting the black pipe, and then inside he will put white pipe inside and put it together. So one of these, he will make this smaller.
Yeah, so if it's got holes, it needs fixed. We'll fix it on the way up, so wait until the way back.
We'll take a rest. We'll take a rest. Okay, so what he's going to do is he's got clips to make it stronger. So this is the end of the first part of the video, the easier fix that's near the water tank. If this is not where the water is broken, then we will have to cross the creek and go up the mountain to the rest of the part. So follow the pink tags on the trees to go up to the hill where we will follow the creek line, and then we will cross up this way and stay high where the water line is to check for water outage.
The water line is running up on the hill over here. If you look up there, you'll see that branch up there.
We're filming this video in the summertime. This trail that we are using to check the water line is on the right side of the creek. That is marked by the pink ribbons on the trees. Jameis just pointed out where the water line is about 20 or 30 feet up the hill. That pathway is marked by pink ribbons with also black tape on it. So pink and black ribbons around the trees. So basically we're following on the creek bed on the right side. You can see the pink flags. The water is actually where Jameis is pointing, up on this side, and 20 or 30 feet up from the creek. And the bears have torn the line here, but it's not normal. So basically we're going to go on up the creek on the right side, and we will cross over to the left where the bears like to tear the water line. All right, we've been following the creek line. Even Karen right now is following the creek line. You can see trees have fallen. So we've got to go up this hill, and you can see the girls are that way, and the guys have already gone up that way. Okay, so what are you feeling for, Jameis?
A bubbling.
A bubbling. So if you feel a bubbling right now, you know that you're above past where the break is, probably, because the water's getting this far. But we're going to go all the way up to see where it might have started and try to find it. Shiloh found the water break. Look at that. That's it, Shiloh. Thank you. That's love. So you notice that there are two clamps, and the white one is in the center, and now he's going to tighten it, and so that is really strong. So let's review what we've seen. Locate the broken tube of the water line, cut the damaged part of the water line, add two clamps to the ends of the black tube, place a piece of white tube inside the black water lines, and then tighten the clamps on the black tube. Okay, so when you find where there's teeth marks, you can repair it. So Jameis is cutting the black pipe, and then inside he will put white pipe inside and put it together. So one of these, you will make this smaller.
Next cutter. Yeah. Well, it's got holes that need fixed. We're gonna fix it on the way up, so we're waiting for the way back.
We'll take a rest.
On the way back, though, but you
We'll
drive
take a
wet
rest. Okay, so what he's going to do is he's got clips to make it stronger, which we did not have earlier in that picture. If you remember, there were no clips. So we probably could repair that as well and make that stronger.
Look around here for a hole.
Okay, because we hear gurgling noise, so Jameis thinks maybe there's a hole.
Did you hear it?
So you can hear that noise. So he's checking. So now you've seen a couple places where the water line can be broken and how to repair it. We're now going to take a walk and actually see the spring. And then on the way back, we will go the high road where the pink and the black ribbons were along the water line itself, and then return back to our home. So I hope you enjoyed our video.